feel like right now is the best time to start YouTube. If you go on YouTube now, there's so many small channels that are just blowing up and they barely have any subscribers. Like they're just starting out and they're getting so many views, so many comments, people are subscribing. And I feel like that's because people are craving authenticity again. I feel like even a year ago, most of the videos blowing up on YouTube have this fancy gear, crazy production, crazy lighting, amazing cameras, but like I feel like you don't need that anymore. There's this one YouTuber I came across, her name is DoorDash, and she just started out doing DoorDash and she would just record her trips and like picking up food and delivering food. And slowly her channel started blowing up after she made a video where she's talking about quitting her 9-to-5 job because it just wasn't for her anymore. And ever since that, her videos have been blowing up and she just hops on the camera, hits record, and just speaks her mind and says what's on her mind. And she doesn't have any fancy gear. She literally just has her phone and like no crazy lighting. She just grabs her phone, hits record, and she even says herself, she's like, she doesn't put on makeup or get dressed up. And she said the moment it changed for her was when she showed up as her authentic self and didn't care about all the fancy production and lighting and all that stuff, because she tried that in the past as well and it just didn't work for her. So she's like, you know what, let me just grab the phone, hit record and see what happens. And a lot of people are connecting with it and resonating with it. Ever since her channel blew up, you'll see a lot of other people starting their YouTube journey as well because they just got inspired by her videos. And I think it's just an awesome time for anyone to start. It takes the pressure off having fancy equipment and all this knowledge about a certain topic. Like you can literally just share your experiences and your insights and what you've been through in life. And most likely you're gonna relate to more people that way and people are gonna like your videos. Even me, I got inspired by just seeing her videos, and after watching hers, I saw so many other channels doing the same thing, and I was like, why don't I just hop on the camera and just be myself and share my thoughts, my wisdom, my experiences. And I know it can help other people out there. I can build a community and find other like-minded people like me. That stopped me for so long. Like I've been on YouTube for years, just consuming content, watching vlogs and, gym stuff, music producer, beat making videos. So I've consumed YouTube content for so long and I've always had a dream of like being a YouTuber one day as well. And I think what stopped me was the same thing that probably stops most of you guys. It's like, oh, I don't have the right camera. I don't know what to talk about. I don't have the right lighting, but none of that matters anymore. You can just hop on the camera with your phone and just talk about what's on your mind and your experiences. And that's so exciting too if you think about it. It relieves so much pressure because you can just be yourself. People want you to be yourself. And it's so funny because it's like, why is it so hard for us to just be ourselves? That should be the easiest thing to do. It should feel natural. I feel like most people, including myself, we just start overthinking about like, oh, it's not gonna look good, it's gonna look unprofessional, like people are gonna judge me, what are they gonna say? Like who cares? Just drop all that noise. It doesn't matter. And you don't even have to post your first few videos. Just do it as practice. Grab your camera, start recording yourself talking, and just share what's on your mind. Nothing's gonna change unless you make a change. If you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want 1 million subscribers, you have to just start posting every day from where you're at. You have everything you need right now. You don't need fancy equipment, gear, all this lighting and all that stuff. And DoorDash is definitely proof of this. Shout out DoorDash. If you go on these bigger channels now with like millions of subscribers, you'll see that they're not even getting the same views that they normally would because subscriber count doesn't really matter anymore. Like it does to a certain extent, but you can have lots of views and blow up your channel without having lots of subscribers. And that's because YouTube is favoring watch time over anything. They want to see that whoever's on YouTube watching the video, they stay there throughout the whole video, or at least 75% of it or half of it. So watch time is the most important thing on YouTube right now, or at least one of the most important things. Also, YouTube is pushing out suggested content. So say you like a certain video, they'll push out similar creators. Like say you like DoorDash, they'll push out smaller channels like that where people are just making the same sort of content, just talking and sharing their thoughts. And those suggested videos are being pushed out way more. I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but just think about this. We're all gonna die one day. Do you want to sit on that deathbed having any regrets? Like, oh, I wish I started that YouTube. I could have became this big YouTuber, or I wish I started singing or painting. I know I don't, so I'm just gonna do this every day. And as long as I'm consistent, I'm authentic, I think that's what equals success. Just being consistent and authentic. Just being your true self, showing up every day and putting the work in. I feel like we just overcomplicate things sometimes because we get stuck in what's called analysis paralysis. You guys are probably seeing other videos on this. So pretty much we just end up analyzing everything to the point where we're paralyzed and we don't take any action at all. I've done this myself. It's like, okay, let me just watch one more YouTube video about analytics or how to blow up, what type of thumbnails to make, what kind of hook to have, what kind of topics to talk about. But don't get stuck in analysis paralysis, because you just end up overthinking and then you don't take any action. Then like a week has passed or a few days have passed that you wasted. You could have posted every day in those days and learned way more by taking action rather than thinking of the perfect video or the perfect scenario. So what's the solution? I think the solution is to just show up every day, hit record, share your thoughts, and be your authentic self, and just be consistent. Because you posting every day, you're gonna grow way more and you're gonna develop the skills way more if you just think about making that perfect video once a week or once a month or whatever it is. So don't wait any longer. Start that YouTube channel, man. Like, I promise you won't regret it. I know I'm not gonna regret it. I know I'm gonna be happy when I look back in 3 months or 6 months or a year from now and see all the progress I've made. Also, don't get discouraged if you post one video and it doesn't blow up. It doesn't work that way, you know? You're not always gonna blow up with just one viral video. Think about like when you go to the gym, like you don't work out one day and expect to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it takes time. They say it takes 90 days to change your life. So stop wasting time, grab the camera, hit record, share your thoughts, and that's it. Success.